Once upon a time, there was a young man named John. John had always been a very ambitious person, and he had always believed that happiness was the key to a fulfilling life. He had spent his entire life chasing after success and happiness, believing that these things would bring him the fulfillment he was seeking. John had always been very good at achieving his goals, and he had become very successful in his career. He had a high-paying job, a beautiful home, and all the trappings of success. However, despite all of his achievements, John still felt like something was missing in his life. He had always believed that happiness was the key to a fulfilling life, but he couldn't seem to find it, no matter how hard he tried. One day, John met an old man who lived in a small cabin in the woods. The old man was very wise, and John was immediately drawn to him. They began talking, and John told the old man about his life and his struggles. The old man listened patiently, and then he said, "Son, the greatest happiness you can have is knowing that you do not necessarily require happiness." John was taken aback by the old man's words. He had always believed that happiness was the key to a fulfilling life, and he couldn't understand how the old man could say that it wasn't necessary. The old man continued, "Happiness is not a necessary condition for a fulfilling life. True happiness comes from within, and is not dependent on external circumstances." John was skeptical of the old man's words, but he couldn't deny that he was intrigued. He began to spend more time with the old man, and he found that the more he listened to him, the more he began to understand what he was saying. Over time, John began to realize that he had been chasing after the wrong things his entire life. He had been so focused on achieving success and happiness that he had forgotten about the things that truly mattered in life. He had forgotten about the importance of family, friends, and community, and he had forgotten about the beauty of the natural world. John began to change his ways. He started to spend more time with his family and friends, and he began to appreciate the simple things in life, like a beautiful sunset or a walk in the woods. He realized that true happiness comes from within, and that it is not dependent on external circumstances.